Yeah, I'm back. It gets no realer than this. Y'all might notice my virtual hat. So if it fall off, don't trip. I might make another one. Let's tag some people. It didn't even give. There we go. I'm dead serious when I tell you I'm not staying on here forever and a day this time. I gotta be real with y'all though. Ain't none of my family on this bitch. Y'all excuse my language. I cuss too much. And I apologize to any of the kids listening. I mean that. I've been working on cussing. I mean, not cussing on the videos, but it don't always work out the way I expected. All right. Yo, what's up now? I'm gonna do this shorter, but I look. I know what I be doing when I be doing what I be doing. And the one thing that I'll tell y'all is this, I haven't changed in so many years, I ain't changed in a lot of years, man. And when when it comes down to it is this, it's a means to to really get the ears going and to get people to listening to what we got to say. I don't really care if you don't like me. That don't bother me none. If you don't like me, what's going on, brother Skip? Waiting for them to give us the pass so we can hit this road, man. Look forward to seeing you again. We got some more dates up there in Jersey and out here in Houston, and really we got some dates at a lot of places, but we just gotta wait for it to happen. Now, the thing that I'm gonna tell y'all is this. What's going on, Rex? What's that? BBK, what's going on? All right, Jeb, I'm gonna hit you up. This is what I'm going to say, man. This community, no matter how you feel about anything, is not going to be for everybody. This is not an everybody community. It never has been. And I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just telling y'all, we have a certain way of thinking. Our goals are different, And I'm going to go into something that most people know, but I don't give a damn about nobody's feelings getting hurt. I'm going to be truthful with y'all. We shooting for excellence here. If you want to argue with me because I posted dog, Chris, you like that, huh? But if you want to get mad at me because I posted dog and I talk about the flaws and the issues with that dog, you obviously don't know me very well. I know a lot of y'all like to say, post up your dogs. Man, I post up my dogs all the time. Most of the time when I post up my dogs, then y'all tell me that they're not my dogs. Shit's weird. But I got a lot of dogs coming out now, so we'll see what's what. But what I keep on telling y'all is, this has been a long, hard road. My spirits is good now because I know that this thing is working and we're going to be able to do what we came to do. But there's some truth to this thing, and this is what I'm telling y'all. Throughout the long road and the struggles with the TBKC, we are not going to change. We in a good position finally to do what we came to do, represent good dogs. And if you are offended by us talking about what's going on here, I got something for you. But if you are offended by us breaking down the issues and the flaws with dogs, then, hey, will do, Toya. That's my sister, by the way. I told y'all I wasn't sent here, just from a spaceship. I got siblings. But the thing of it is this. Here we discuss dogs. This is not a place where you want to get your panties in a bunch. Now you don't want to, get your man pond all going and all those things. Here we discuss dogs. We are going to discuss the issues, the health issues. This is not a hype forum. This is not a hype group. We cut straight to the chase. Y'all oftentimes have asked me about my dogs. I break down every flaw on my dogs, and I tell y'all what I need to fix and what I'm trying to do on the next breedings. I tell y'all many different things about my own dogs. So if I would tell you that I don't like the fact that Denzel has those wrinkles in his cheek, I think that Denzel's top line could have been a little bit better. I think that Denzel's feet could have been tighter. I hate that he had those big, to me, they like dwarf paws, but they big. They weren't crooked, but they just big, too big for his body. If I could tell you that Mandela, he needs tighter skin, If I can break my own dogs down, and say what's going on in my yard and what I need to fix, you really have to understand that I ain't gonna give two shits about you getting mad because I talk about a dog that's a train wreck. That's ridiculous. Don't nobody owe you that. No one owes it to you to make you feel better about yourself by applauding your dog's weak ass features. That's not what we do here. You know, as y'all seen, my man Skip Miller is on there. He's pretty much one of our main judges. You know, he's not gonna care about what's going on with your dog in that ring. He's gonna pick the best dog. We don't want to be a bully community. That's why we changed the name from being a bully community. We want to be a dog community that bullies thrive in. The only way that we ever gonna be a bully community that dogs thrive in is if we elevate our level. You know, I'm on a lot of boards now, and the one thing that I noticed, I'm on a Doberman board that got 35,000 people. I'm on a Rottweiler board that got about the same, and I'm on there all day, and I noticed one thing about there. You don't have these arguments where people are defending horrible dogs. You post somebody posts a bad dog, and the whole community lets them have it and say, you destroying our breed, and this is not the way that things are supposed to be. That is not correct. And you'll have a few scragglers, but you don't have a whole community get offended when something is wrong with a dog. You know? Well, I have produced dogs that could compete against the AKC dog. I definitely have. I got a couple young dogs right now that could compete. Conformationally, exactly. You know, to me, the one thing that I don't like about some of the dogs that I've produced with the best conformation so far is that, for my personal taste, they're too small. You know, I don't want a 15-inch, 65, 70-pound dog no more. I think that it's better to go up a little bit, like another inch and a half, and, you know, shoot for 100 pounds, you know? Hey, Zeus, I appreciate it, brother, you know? But at the end of the day, when it comes down to this, the main thing is that, you know, let me tell y'all a story about this community, and y'all can take it as what y'all want to. I don't care who gets offended, but I've been on the road, you know, getting certain people this, but this the malt liquor community. This the hood, you know? This the hood. This is what this is. This is the community. When we built this community, and some of y'all might have seen me talk about, you know, now I don't have too many 20-inch dogs. You know, I'm a pocket guy myself. So most of my dogs, even the tallest dogs, is 17, 18 inches. I don't have a bunch of 20-inch dogs competing in nothing. But, you know, I'm going to tell you the truth. You know, this community, y'all all been tricked. Y'all all been had. You all been hoodwinked, bamboozled, ran amok, all those good things. Because I want to point this out. And yes, I'm going to stay on his neck. You know, it's what I do. But y'all don't notice something about the culture of this community? Y'all don't notice that it's promoted as a ghetto community? And I ain't talking about just promoted as a ghetto community by the people who in it. I'm talking about the ABKC promotes it as a ghetto community. Y'all ain't never noticed that everything is all about glitz and glamour, and we don't really want it to be more relaxed and a real dog environment, a real educational environment. You know, when you go to school, and you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Creed is a bad motherfucker. Yeah, Creed's still here. I just don't consider him to be the program. That's why I said that. But yeah, Creed's still here. Creed is about 130-something pounds now, you know? But Jay said I get a tiger for $2,000. Good luck feeding that motherfucker for $2,000. But when you go to a school, when you go to any learning environment, you ever notice it's quiet? It's not any bright lights flashing. It's not none of that. You know what I mean? Because you're here to learn. You know, you're here to do, you know, you're here to really, boom, look at what's in front of you. It's sort of like when you look at the major dog shows from other places and stuff. You know, inside the ring and the environment is more of a learning, you know, environment. The focus is on the dogs. We're here to break the dogs down. All eyes are on the dogs. People are talking about the dogs. And the reason that this community is the total opposite is because it was never about the dogs to the people who are in control. And I say this, and I'm being real with y'all. Y'all understand this. Y'all think about our community. You know, we putting Cuban link gold chains on the dogs. You know what I mean? We got dogs with crooked ass legs and looking like they half ready to die. And we want to put, jackets on the dogs. We want to put hats on the dogs. We want to, like I say, put our necklaces on the dogs. We got to have the biggest spike collars on the dogs. When you go to our events, you got guys on the mic rapping. You got loud music in the background. Everything is big, everything is flashy. You got to have the biggest trophies. You got to have all this extreme shit. Yeah, gold teeth and all that. Got t-shirts with the dogs with gold teeth. I seen that. And all these things. And, you got, let's just talk about, the faithful leader, Dave Wilson, and all of the stories that he, and I'm being real with y'all. And those who know him can say this, man. He plays like a psychological thing where he wants this community to stay in that mode, because if you stay in that mode, if I can keep you stupid, I can sell you anything. You know what I mean? And it's always been that way. That's why if y'all notice everything that comes out of his mouth, he talks about, the AKC ain't this, the UKC ain't this. We're the original ones. We're the ones that's here for the bullies. They were always against us and this, that. That's a lie. They never even had us to be against us. He didn't never get kicked out of no UKC show. Dave is lying. He wasn't at that UKC show that he always tells y'all that he got escorted out. And you notice he uses terms like our people and they didn't like our culture and this. Man, this dude is a damn landscaper from Virginia, that ain't never been a part of anybody's hood. But when it's time to do a video, he's dressed in all black with baseball or football gloves on, and he's got the lokes on like mine's now. And you know what I mean? And they talking about the dead dog. I ain't talking about it. I ain't gonna say that, Ramos. But it's always it's the portrayal of a thug mentality. Always the hard pose. Always, let's attach ourselves to something hood. This, that, and the other. We the malt liquor dog breed. Because y'all know how malt liquor is. Everybody know malt liquor is poison. Everything that they sell to the hood is poison. People in the hood, they'll go ahead and spend $30,000 on a $5,000 car to make it look good, and at the end of the day, it ain't nothing. What y'all been a part of is basically all those books that Dave read. The laws of power, and I actually read some of that shit. But the art of war and all that. If y'all ever notice, everybody is against them. If you bring up good confirmation and stuff like that, or if you bring up DNA testing, all people are always complaining and this, that, and the other. They trying to take people down. They just want to see us go down. He don't never get to the answer of the question, which is a common sense thing. Why wouldn't we DNA test the dogs if we have a problem with paper hanging in the community? Why is there only been one dog that's ever been banned in the community? You know what I mean? That's that malt liquor shit. He want to keep y'all coming. Why wouldn't you question a dog with a kink tail being flown to another country, kink tail, high rear, and all that bullshit, and go to another country and win the national championship, and it all seems set up because it was set up? Why wouldn't you question that? Because if you question it, they're going to make it seem like you hating. The first word out of their mouth is always, you hating. But see, if you was competing at the AKC, where the dogs are all the show is about, and the lights and the camera and the action come on, and that camera is zoomed in your dogs, and everybody in the building is looking for a flaw on that dog, it's a different game. It's a thing of quality now. This ain't, this ain't the old Cutlass outside that you spent too much money on trying to make like a nice car. This is a Rolls Royce. That's the truth. They want us to be in this slow down, in this low level mentality that we feel like that we can accept anything. Literally, I did today what I did because I wanted to do it, but I laughed at it because I put up a dog that nobody could ever say, if you look at that video of Dax, that he had anything close to good confirmation. It was a very disqualifiable confirmation. But you know what I mean? Now, that I've told people a lot of times that there's things you can do with the Dax blood, Chewy, and it's good. It's some good things that you can do, to the dogs that's already been put out there, and some people have done good things with them. But the thing about it is that we can't have the mentality that we're gonna double and triple up on his flaws and his issues and praise the way he looked. That's a big mistake. The reason why Dax dogs aren't banned in the TBKC is because the blood is everywhere, and we don't have a direct reason to ban it like we do Miyagi. But at the end of the day, if somebody brought a dog into our ring with the confirmation that Dax shows in videos, and if you've seen him in person, I would hope that our judges would have enough common sense to dismiss that dog from the ring and not even let it show. You're never, ever, ever, Max, you crazy. You're never, ever, ever going to be able to reach the next level if you keep on reaching down to pull up garbage. You know, I was just talking to one of the homies on the phone, and the truth of the matter is like I told you, I owned gyms for 10 years. I saw men and women who had egos. You know, they had big time egos, but they would come into a room, which was actually the cardio room, stripped down to their, you know, panties and bras sometimes, or just down to their boxers or whatever, and roll their boxers up. And we would have half of the gym in there scrutinizing their bodies. You know, never a complaint, never an argument, never a fight, because these were bodybuilders and fitness competitors that wanted to get better. No one got offended when they like, man, you got to add more size to your legs. No one got offended when they say you could be tighter and you could be better. So when we start talking about health, and we start talking about, you know, having the proper morals, you know, when we start talking about these things that, you know what I'm saying, the confirmation, you know I'm going out of order because it should be health and confirmation. But when we start talking about these things, why are people offended? Y'all don't ever ask that question. If it's the truth, why are you offended? Y'all not offended by me because I'm not lying on anybody. Y'all offended by the fact that y'all live in a lie. That's the truth. Y'all are truly offended by the fact that y'all live in a lie. I have never, in the whole time y'all on here, y'all can look through every post I've ever posted. I've never put up a bad dog. I mean, I've never put up a good dog, a good confirmation dog, a nice dog that didn't have an issue and say this is bad. I've never put up a, you know, I give act. Man, you can hit, when I don't own the bear, you know, I don't own Mufasa, you know. I don't own a lot of the nice dogs that I put up. And sometimes people on here will tell you, I just see their dog, I like their dog, and I give it credit. It's no negativity about that, because it shouldn't be, because that's what we're here for. Why are y'all crying because people are pointing out the obvious flaws and issues of y'all breeding these bad dogs? And y'all crying about it. Y'all crying about it because somebody told y'all that it was all right to do the wrong thing. This is not a real dog community. This is not what real dog communities do. Man, I tell you what, Angela, I cry when I see my blood in some of these terrible-ass dogs. You know, one of the reasons why I stopped advertising puppies, and, you know, a lot of people, I'm just jumping in their inboxes, and people jump in my inbox, and I do a little, you know, vetting to see what they're really about. But it's sad, you know. It's sad to see a lot of people do a lot of hard work, and then it's all destroyed, you know. The grand champions and the champion titles are terrible because some of the dogs deserve them and a lot of the dogs don't. We can't even have a real dog conversation because y'all crying about Dax. The dog was a fucking train wreck. There's nothing else to be said about his confirmation. If you want to talk about his productions, we can have a longer conversation about his productions, but you may not like what I have to say about his productions, because the truth of the matter is I support it with numbers and facts. A lot of them died at very young ages. He's got a reputation for having whole litters put down, for having heart issues and cardiovascular issues. A lot of people have put down dogs for hip issues, which obviously, you know, it's all there. I don't hate the dog. I hate what it represented, and I hate a community that pushed a dog that probably should have actually been fixed. And yes, I said that. And they pushed it as an example of what we should make an American Bully is, and talking about this is the greatest of all time. You know? Angela, they would put D-Line on there. I seen somebody put a terrible-ass dog that had D-Line on there. I said, no, the hell that ain't. It's like 10% of my blood, you know? But it's just, yeah, you're right, Nate. People can't accept real criticism. People can't accept a real conversation. I'm having fun with it now because I don't even get mad, because the one thing that I'm telling y'all is, what's going on, Douglas? I've never done this to try to be somebody's star or to try to be rich or any of that. I love dogs. I've always loved dogs. That's why I've been arguing with people for over a decade about this shit. And all I want to see is a community that actually does the right thing, a community that makes our dogs better, a community that pushes forward and does the right thing. That's all I'm trying to do. So I'm making this thing before I go out here and do my runs, because I told y'all we was gonna come back Monday, but I had to tell y'all this. People have to understand this registry is for some people and it's not for others. If you have a problem with people on this page or in the registry telling you that there's a few issues with your dog or that this is not acceptable, this is not for you. We are not the ABKC or anybody else who's going to pat your back for making a train wreck. We are trying to achieve something. We are trying to achieve something for the breed and all the other breeds that we represent to be respectable. Health goes before everything. If your dog has trouble breathing, your dog can't come in our ring. If your dog is looking like he's, one bad step away from falling out, he's not coming in our ring. It's just that simple. Health is over everything. Conformation is over everything. It's just that simple. We want great conformation dogs. I don't care how bully your dog is. If your dog can't even go for a basic walk without wobbling from side to side and being about ready to die, you know what I mean? You don't have a good dog. If your dog got that high-ass booty switching like a whore on Saturday night, that is not how a bully is supposed to walk, and your dog's rear end should not be as high as his head. These is all simple things that we have to get over with, people. Hey, exactly, Angela. It is not the station. I mean, we just have to stand up and do something better, man. I wish they had a Rick James filter. I would rock the hell out of that. Yeah, I'm just tripping today. I'm actually getting reception now, so it makes my life a lot easier. But I'm telling people, we pushing for something else. I'm not asking anybody. If you love to talk about those dogs with those deformities and those issues, and you can't take myself, other people who know conformation, and a community that wants good conformation and good healthy dogs, Angela crazy. I'm in the morgue. You better not be in no damn morgue. But the thing of it is that we have to do better. It's that simple. We have to do better. I mean, I don't compete. I don't have any now. Y'all will see some of my productions in the ring probably this year or whatever. That's the way it goes. But we are here to make something better, man. If you are not making anything better, we can't deal with you. I'm not asking you. Yes, you can go to the ABKC, and yes, you can go to anywhere else you want to go. And at the end of the day, what I will tell you is quite simply this, is that, you know what I mean, we consider a lot of the stuff that, a lot of registries that support trash dogs to be trash registries. You can talk about numbers and all that shit all you want to, but at the end of the day, I don't care what your numbers are. I don't care how many, I don't care how many people you got to tell you that you great and this, that, and the other. If you got trash, you got trash. I told y'all 10 years ago, it's about quality, not quantity. I need quality people. I need quality dogs so we can make a quality community that's about great dogs. We can support each other. We can uplift each other. I don't have no problems giving people compliments who have nice dogs. As y'all see, I give shout outs to people who have nice dogs. Go check them out. Much love. They got it going on over there. That's the way this community should work, because if you out here doing the right thing, Trent crazy. Y'all had to go with my pimp, my virtual pimp look. But if you about here doing the right thing, we don't have anything to argue about. Y'all ever notice when people post a bunch of very nice dogs, nobody's arguing? You shouldn't have your feelings hurt. If you can't see that your dog is screwed up and somebody is telling you, then maybe you should see it after that. But even after they point out that your dog is screwed up, man, you got to be able to get to a point in your life where you like, you know what? I ain't living right. My dogs ain't living right. I need to make something better. And the reason why this, George, I'm tripping. But the reason why this community has never grown to be what it's supposed to be is we've never had a standard. And I'm not talking about the dog standard, but I'm talking about somebody in the community. This is my pimp hat, George. But somebody in the community, and not a person, but a registry that steps up and says, no nonsense allowed. We raising the bar. Man, it's Angela, they do it all the time. Bashar helped them out with that. That's why I'm changing courses. You know, I still love my dogs, but I'm definitely making sure they get in the right hands a lot better this time. You know, but we have to raise the bar. You know, you damn right. I want to compete with the AKC, and I know, you know, and some of y'all gonna be like, damn, the AKC. Why is you talking about the AKC? I'm gonna answer that next. You know, Nate said, what percentage of dogs do I think is really champions and championship level in the community that got titles? If you want to talk about how many, I say 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. And the reason why I say 1 out of 10, you'll be like, damn, 1 out of 10, it's a multitude of issues that I see. Like right now, it looks like, you know, over half of the dogs have high rears. A majority of the dogs, a lot of the dogs are severely cowhogged. We see a lot of bad feet. Now, y'all excuse me if it sounds arrogant or if it sounds rough or if it sounds like that I'm being too hard, but I don't think that a dog with horrible feet or, you know, a horribly high rear end, and especially not a kink tail or a terrible bite, should ever be a champion. You know, champion is special, man. You know, that don't mean you have a bad dog if your dog got a bad, you know, a pretty bad bite or whatever, or even the average bad bite. But how can I justify saying that your dog is a champion and he got this bad bite? The whole title of being a champion is supposed to be something special. This is the ultimate, you know. It's not for everybody. I want people, when they are champions, I want people to be proud of their championship because it means something. You know, I guess the great leader, Dave Wilson, said that their papers carry weight. You know, I don't know what kind of weight you can carry when anybody and everybody can get them and do whatever they want with them. And you know, what you represent is total nonsense. You know, when you talk about quality carry weight, you know. Don't nobody question the quality of a Rolls Royce or a Ferrari. You know, now when you go to the lot and you start buying you a Dodge, it's a whole lot of damn questions, trust me. You know, is this transmission going to fall out while I'm driving? That type of shit, you know. We want to be the Rolls Royce registry. We don't want to accommodate other people, you know. And that's what I'm telling y'all. People, y'all don't have to come in closing, because I do need to get my shit together here. But in closing, you know what I mean? Oh, man. Yeah, Jerry, it's pretty rough all over the board. Hopefully we can get some of this shit cleaned up. But, you know, in closing, it's all about us making a better community. Who want to take the journey to actually have the highest of the high-quality dogs competing and have a goal that every championship dog that y'all see or winning a show that you can be proud of it? If we... I'm through it, Angela, the Scat Pack. Damn, some of these dogs do got the Scat Pack. That's a Dodge shit. But you know, that's our goal, and it's not going to be for everybody. Those who don't, man, y'all gonna stop talking about my hat. You know, hey, Brian, at least I ain't that dude in Harlem Nights that was shooting that little pistol while they busting off the machine guns, the old Tommy guns. But you know, I would rather, you know, and I don't know, I can't predict numbers, but my ultimate goal of what I want to see is quality American bullies, and Brian Robertson is on here. I know he got some dogs that he feel can do that, but I want to see American bullies start having the ability in a fair competition to knock off, you know, the other breeds, you know, to knock off the breeds that are more established. You know, I always say the Roddy and the Doberman and the Boxers, and, you know, I want to see us compete at that level. It's not been working with us competing against ourselves. You know, it's not been working with us competing against ourselves for a multitude of reasons. But the biggest reason is we had never had a bar to reach. We've always had a bar to reach down to. And it's time for us to step our game up, man. You know, it's time for us to make a home for real dogs. And like I said, if I offend you by talking about bad dogs, I don't give a fuck. You know? Stop shooting that little mother. Hey, it was like brrr, pack out. If y'all ain't never seen Harlem Nights, you should be ashamed of yourself. But we talking about that scene where they was shooting, trying to shoot my man Quick, Eddie Murphy, and man, they was reeling them off, and here he come. Looked like it was a 32. Might have been a 38, one of them Saturday night specials, but he just would take off, poof, one shot. You know what I mean? And That's basically what they doing right now, one shot. But you know, man, y'all keep that in mind. Look, I'm not trying to kick a bunch of people off the page and all that shit. But the truth of the matter is that we want top-notch dogs. We bringing in top-notch people. A lot of the people that y'all will meet at some of these shows coming up in the future will be people who are not a part of our community. We trying to pull people into this community and compete at a high level and create a whole different environment, you know, a more professional environment. Now, we will still be able to dress relaxed, but the professionalism in the ring and all of that is going to have to be on point, man. We are trying to go more AKC than we're trying to go anything close to the ABKC, and that starts with the dogs. We'll still have a good environment. We're still doing bounce houses for the kids and all those different things, but our level of where we want and need to be at is of an AKC style of dog. We want a dog that's a very, very nice dog. Some of y'all say, well, that's going to be pretty hard. If it's hard, do it hard. It's just that simple. It might be, you know, it might be very, very hard. It's going to be hard to win your championships. It's going to be hard to get points and different things like that. A lot of dogs are going to get dismissed. But at the end of the day, when you have a dog that comes through our registry and what we're trying to do, your dog will be validated. You know, as they say, your papers will carry some weight because people will understand that that registry don't take no shit. All of your dogs is DNA tested. That registry don't registry don't take no shit. You know, that's how you carry weight. Not you don't carry no weight by allowing any and everything to get paperwork and people to buy titles and having, you know, crooked ass dogs and kink tails and all that shit. You don't get weight like that. That's anybody can win here. We don't. This is we want to be very, very elite, and we're gonna pick the dogs like elite. You know, now that hopefully the Rona let us do these shows, man, we're gonna press the issue to make things better, man, because the American Bully is something else right now. The American Bully is at a point of damn near damn near extinction if we don't change it. You know, what y'all been seeing going on is really, really, really ugly for the American Bully community. I make my jokes and all that stuff, but we are very, very disrespected worldwide for our behavior and the way our dogs are put together and the things that we do as a community. We have to change this. If not, we're never going to see any growth, and we're going to continue to be looked at in a certain way. And there's going to be some other things that happen with the American Bully as we are filling up all the animal shelters with these people overbreeding of bad dogs and sometimes just giving up on good dogs. We have to change the way we're operating. You know, we have to be more educational about teaching people the proper way to breed, what to look for, to go for a good dog. This is a slow grind. This is not something to where you want to cheat like everybody else, throw another whole different breed of dog in there and hope that you come up with something that people like so that they can spend a bunch of money with you. We're not allowing that. You will DNA test the dogs. Our judges will be examining the dogs at a high level. And if it's anything that we feel like does not fit the American Bully breed or any of the other breeds for that matter, we will take our abilities to the next level to go ahead and ban your dog. It's not a threat. It's just the way we're going to run things. You know, we just going to run things. You know, yeah, the ADBA don't play. You know, we want to be as good as we can. Y'all see when I put my hand up, my hat disappeared. But we want to be as good as we can be, man, and we want to do things the right way, and that's just it. This is not for everybody. If you love, you know, sort of screwed up dogs or extreme dogs, you know what I mean, or whatever you can do, this is not the place for you. We don't have to argue. We don't have to debate. We don't have to hate each other. We don't have to do none of that shit. Just please understand that this is not the place for you. You know, this is going to be, you know, we making something special here for real dog people who want to talk confirmation. And sometimes we will have to do what y'all call bashing. But if y'all post a fucked up dog, expect a fucked up response. You know, excuse my language, but that's what it is. You know, we have to do better, though. You know, it's shameful that I've been turned down by several sponsors, not because I'm an up-and-coming registry or anything like that. The real reason why they've been kicking us out of everything is because they don't want to deal with our dogs. That's sad. You know, when people specifically say that we don't want to deal with the American bully community because of a multitude of reasons and the things that we see going on with y'all, it's sad. It's sad, man. You taking these long meetings, I mean, not you. I took these long meetings, talking to these people, convincing these people, sending these people pictures and all that. And the shit was like the most frustrating thing ever in the world because I'm pleading the case for the American bully and I'm giving great examples of people's dogs and, you know, and trying to present this in a different light. And for every one great situation that I can present, they show me 10, 12 different things. Some of them was exotics, but they showing me like we really can't attach our dog food or we can't attach our brand to this community because look at this. Fucking Clipper Company didn't even want to deal with us because we don't want to attach our brand because pretty much you're thought of as animal abusers and puppy millers. It's sad, man. It's sad that something that started out so nice is where it's at. And we're going to push, you know, we're going to push our logo, Healthy Dogs Matter, because that's all that matters. We're going to have a community of healthy dogs if we don't have anything else. I promise y'all that. We're going to have a community of healthy dogs and a healthier attitude about learning and accepting the breeds for what they're supposed to be, not any pipe dreams. And I promise you this. I put this on everything. If you bring a good dog, you know, if you bring... Max, we got a couple. I know you got some, but if you bring a good dog, you got a good chance to win. You don't have to know me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like our judges. You don't have to have a special handler. If you bring a good dog and you handle that dog properly, you got a good chance to win. You know, everything will be fair here, and we're judging strictly to the standard. And yes, I say this, and I know some people are like, damn, you the owner, you ain't supposed to say that. I hope the American bullies do win these shows. You know, I hope to, you know, and trust me, even if it's a dog that I love and wish that I could get one, the Tibetan Mastiff, even if it's a beautiful Tibetan Mastiff in there, I hope Brian Robertson brings something through and one of these good judges decided that American bully can knock off that Tibetan Mastiff. I would love it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I would love it the whole way through. You know, I'm rooting on the American bully, but I'm setting the bar high. You're going to face some nice Rottweilers. You're going to face some nice, bulldogs. We're going to bring in some real bulldogs. You're going to face some, you're going to face some nice dogs. And I'm an American bully guy, but we're going to keep the game fair. If we don't deserve it, we won't get it. But I hope that some of y'all keep stepping y'all games up. And some of y'all who've been feeling like that the community turned on good, clean dogs, bring out some of them dogs to beat these guys. You know, it ain't about... Yes, Angela, we did add the Caucasian to the list, but as you know, and that's a lot of because of the protection work and stuff. All those extra dogs that we added, the German Shepherd, the Belgian, the Black Russian Terrier, the Standard Poodle, those are a lot of dogs that one of my consultants on the protection work and those type of things said that we should add those dogs because a lot of people compete with these different dogs. So we added them. And of course, if we add them, they can do confirmation. But I would love, I've never seen the Caucasian in person, just a million videos. I would love to see one. They're so big and so, man, I need one. No, I don't. I can't have one. I got kids and, family come by and shit. Them is for real. You need to be home by yourself dogs. One day, we get some more land here in a couple years when this house get done getting built. You got one? Oh, shit. I gotta see that. You stunned me right there. I have never even known anybody who had one. Oh, I gotta see him. That's been one of my favorite dogs. Jessica, I'm an incognito. I got the exotic and extreme community looking to put an assassination on me. I gotta go in disguise. Wow. And man, those Caucasians, you got me just stuttering. Y'all never heard me stutter, but okay, you've seen them. Okay, well, I got to see some. On video, they look so impressive, man. I got to see some. I love those dogs. It's like, that's like, if it was an ultimate dog that I would love to have, it was that one. I just know you have to really have the proper setup, and I got a lot of babies, so I gotta probably wait till I retire and kick all the kids out the house or some shit. They had to empty the showroom. Damn. See, that's what I see. I want one of those so bad, but I gotta wait till I get this 20 acres out here set up. Then I can have him off in the way deep in the jungle, and go back there, and me and him have our bond. They some animals, you know. Man, if y'all don't know what them Caucasians is, man, go look them up. The beast of all beasts. I don't think anything is more aggressive than those dudes. Now, we didn't add the toy poodle because they said no one does the toy poodle as far as working them. We do have the Pressa. We have the Corso. We pretty much have all of the beast breeds. You know, it was a talk about the poodles because we only brought in the one. You know what I mean? But it was for a reason, you know. But I tell y'all, man, wow. Hey, John, you in for a lot of times they go under the, what is it, the Orchova or the if you Google Caucasian mountain dog, it'll come up, John. Just an absolute beast. Over in Russia, a lot of times they use them as the dogs to control the prisons. You know, big, scary. I mean, it's to me. And some people might argue, you know, I heard people sometimes argue the Fila, but I don't think it's nothing that messes with that dog. The Fila is a beast too, but don't nothing mess with that dog. You know, but, you know, that's one of the reasons, you know, we would probably have to do the same thing, you know, when that dog comes in. And I mean, whew, and I even hear when you talking about judging them, a lot of times you have to judge them from a distance. It's a beast, but if you get somebody to know how to handle it, shit, I would love to see that damn thing, man. But Monday, I'm going to post it on here, man. And I'll probably post it tomorrow when I figure out a time. We're going to start doing the... she got the correct... Angela got the correct pronunciation and spelling. Y'all know I can't pronounce shit. But but Monday, we're going to do this show, man. We're going to get a good topic going. And a lot of what we're going to talk about, you know, is the direction of the breed and the things that we can do to improve our breed, you know. Yeah, Mandela's open to approved bitches. You know, very approved bitches. Mandela throwing that heat, so you got to have a nice bitch. You know. Yeah, Jessica. I will definitely do that for my homie. We'll go. Most of the time I can do live on both of them, so hopefully the reception is good and I can get on there and we can do our thing, man. But Monday we're gonna start doing our thing because it was supposed to go to YouTube anyway, so that was the plan. But I definitely do that for him, man. I tell y'all what, you know, Monday we're gonna start going at it. You know, we're gonna be on here at least 3 times a week. I would like to do more, but we got to see how my little mama over there, what her schedule talking about. If she allows me. But you know, we're gonna go not into the arguments or whatever, but like some of what we talked about now, you know, the different breeds in the registry. We're gonna get down to confirmation. We're gonna get down to what we talking about. I'm gonna figure out how to bring more people in. Max, I'm gonna post the time tomorrow morning. I need to figure out my schedule, but it's gonna be for sure Monday morning, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna set my alarms and everything. If you're on the East Coast, remember, I'll post that, but I'm an hour behind the East Coast time. What's going on, Ruben? But we need to do like we used to do. We needed to start bringing people in and adding people on the videos and talking to different people and having some real dog conversations. It's a lot of people who come to this and are actually learning. And we got a lot of smart people here who know a lot about dogs, who've been to a lot of shows, whether it's AKC, UKC. And we really, truly need to elevate, man. We're going to finish this year out strong. Like I say, we already have dates for... the Jersey area and the Florida area. We just waiting on a pass to get it out there and get it going, man. But you know, we trying to build a community here, man. I appreciate y'all support. But like I told y'all, man, if what we talk about on this page is not for you, sometimes we gonna have to tear down the dog because the dog is not that good. This probably is not the community for you. It ain't no need for animosity. She mad at me over there. But you know, as y'all hear, my call is to jump up off of here. But just remember, man, this is a community for healthy, great structured dogs that fit our standards. And we trying to have good dog people here. We don't support any kind of deformed dogs. We don't support unhealthy dogs. And not even being a smart ass or a jackass. It's pages for you. It's places for you to go if you're not really about dogs. But I'll post that for y'all Monday morning, man. Maybe on that post we can get to talk. Y'all can recommend some topics. But let's have some real dog talk and let's get into how to improve our community. I promise y'all I won't wear my hat and my sunglasses. But as always, man, God bless y'all if y'all going through anything, man. Prayers to you, prayers to your family, and make sure that y'all stay safe. Don't believe these people. That Rona is still out there, man. Much love, y'all. God bless. Peace. Absolutely. Stay your ass on the porch.